Hey guys, it's Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth. I am back again doing your monthly tarot horoscope for everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in Scorpio. My lovely Lily pups. The thing is that this series that I'm doing right now is the sex and relationship series. Okay, so I am going to be doing my regular videos on top of this, but I wanted to kind of change things up a little bit because I got so excited about this deck. Um, this is the deck that I'm going to be using. This is it's called the Decameron deck. I probably am not saying it correctly, but as you can see, it's very graphic. It's an erotic deck, okay? So this is for mature audiences. This has strong sexual content, strong nudity, and basically this is all very mature. You need to be mature adults to watch this video, basically. Because the whole deck is graphic images. So but the thing is, it's really applicable in relationships and in the real world. And so I hope you enjoy this whole series. I got so excited about this deck. I wanted it to be ready for Valentine's Day. It wasn't ready. Basically, I took the deck like my other one, and I had to go through each card and make notes and write what the card means in my mind, what I think it means. And I used the booklet a little bit, but the booklet really doesn't help with this deck. A lot of people have talked about this deck and how it's just really not, the book is not helpful at all. The images are confusing, and some of them are a little bit violent or creepy or weird. And so I took out 2 cards and I added in 2 cards because I wasn't vibing with some of them. But so this deck is really unique to me. I don't really talk very much about what each card actually is, like the 2 of Cups, the 2 of Wands, because I feel like each image really has its own unique story, what's going on. So I'd love to hear your feedback. I am still doing private readings. Feel free to email me at ElizabethOlson31 if you want to do private reading. I'd love to get you scheduled. So without further ado, my dear Lammy Puffs, this is for you, Scorpios with their sun, moon, or ascendant in Scorpio. And just gonna roll it out and see what we've got here. So you got some interesting stuff going on here. Start at the beginning. It's going to be kind of a wild month for March for you guys. The beginning, at the heart of everything is there's this. Okay, as you can see, the guy is what I call copping a feel, okay, with this girl. And it says, unexpectedly, the guy makes a move on the girl, or cops a feel, or he really wants to. Okay, this is you really, really, Scorpio, wanting to make a move on someone. Okay, could be a girl wanting to make a move on a guy too. But to me, the guy's the one doing the copying here. So, it says, girl has similar feelings, okay, and a strong desire for physical contact, for fun, or has much fantasy about someone, okay. So you may be fantasizing about someone. To me, this is all about that first move, or that first kiss, or the first date, or just dreaming about hooking up with someone. Like, you want to hook up with someone, there's strong sexual desires, and you want to hook up with that person. And hook up, just so you know, is like an East Coast term, and it's very vague. And hooking up can be anything from kissing someone to having sex with someone. So there's a lot of different, there's a range of meanings for that. But in my mind, you want to at least kiss someone, if not sleep with them. Okay, that's what I'm saying here. Guy or girl, there's someone that you're desiring that is on your mind, and it's a strong. It is mutual. Okay, it is mutual. But it's that first move, and it's a fun when it sort of there's a fun vibe to it. You know, it's all kind of about fun. It's all fun and games until the clothes come all the way up. So the thing is you might have like a friend with benefits. This could be a friend with benefits, or this could also be someone that you kind of just think about messing around with, but you don't actually do it. Or this is someone that you are messing around with that you haven't slept with yet, you know, and you want to sleep with them. But it's only kind of like fun and games. And it's very light. It feels very light, which is not satisfying for Scorpios. Because Scorpios, dear Lammy Puffs, need the intensity, okay? You need the connection. So for you, it's like it's too light. It needs to go to the next level. You need some action to happen. And what's crossing you is, it's interesting, we've got this very graphic image here of this woman who's having I call it a wardrobe malfunction, who needs some new clothes desperately. And this is someone who's a career person. She's so focused on her career, she's not focused on romance. Or she's focused on money, and she's not focused on romance. It says a career woman who has put off romance, who needs to start being interested in sex and dating again, who may want to have sex but not have the time to go out because of work, or may not prioritize going out and meeting guys. The thing is that in this picture, it seems to be like the guy in the background tried to make a move on her and ripped her clothes. Okay? And maybe she was afraid he wanted her money. Okay? So there's an issue here about Scorpio. You're being afraid that maybe, guy or girl, you may be afraid somebody wants to sleep with you for money or take your money, or you're afraid of loss in some way. Maybe your career, you're struggling in your career, and you're afraid for some reason that you're going to lose money, okay? And it's not helping your sex drive, and it's not helping your sex life. You feel very insecure for some reason about money, okay? And you may be struggling to figure out what you want to do in a career, or you may just be struggling trying to figure out who you are in the world. And you've become overly focused on this, your attainment of wealth and security and prosperity, that you really don't have much time left in the end of the day for sex and romance. And so you could be married even, and your husband may have tried to make an advance on you, and you're like, no, I don't want to, like, not at all. Not having it, too tired, yawn, headache kind of thing, you know? So it's very, strangely enough, Scorpio, you're going through a very, what I would call, insecure time, okay, right at this moment. In the beginning of March, it feels very insecure. It feels like, you're struggling with money, you're afraid you're going to lose money, and it's blocking you from romance and love. And maybe you're dreaming or fantasizing about someone, and right now it's very light, it's very fun, it's not, it doesn't feel like they've really gotten it on. It feels like maybe this is somebody you want to get it on with, but you, for whatever reason, haven't made the move, and you're just dreaming about making a move on that person, okay? For those of you who are single, the idea of, the thing is, you need to go out on more dates, okay? You need to actually date. The problem may be is that, you're single and you're living in a fantasy world, and you're not living in the the here and now, and you need to sort of go out more dates, actually have the opportunity to meet someone, actually have the opportunity to have sex with someone. Scorpios are not, sometimes Scorpios can be a little bit more shy. So for those who are more shy, it's really time to get back out there, I think. That's what I see, and it's my opinion, okay? The foundation is, you may have had or thought you were in, had the ultimate woman. If you're a Scorpio man, okay, you could be living with someone. You could have been married to someone. This is in the distant past. Either you were living with them, or this is in the distant past. This is a domestic situation. If you're single, I wrote for the guys, propose, do it now, because he or she is the one, basically. This is the ultimate woman, a great lover, cook, wife, or mother. If you're single, it says the man wants you so badly and dreams about getting naked in the kitchen, or you cooking or baking for him. Okay. It says the ultimate romance if a man. It says the woman in your life is Mrs. Right. Love up on her. That's what I said. It says she is ready to take you on the kitchen counter or the floor if necessary. This relationship will go far. As this is the best partnership. It is the ultimate romance. So you may have thought you had the ultimate romance, or you may have had a partner who, was a very good wife, was a very good mom. There was a lot of sexual, to me, it was a good match, on a sexual level. Okay. And so you may have been married to this person. Okay. I feel like for some of you were married to this person. Maybe you thought she was the ultimate Mrs. Right at some point, okay? But then we had, in the recent past, a quarrel, okay, or fighting, arguments, okay, where she's not happy, okay? And I said lovers quarrel, which will inevitably lead back to sex. It says being mad at the guy, but still loving him and wanting him. The guy patiently waits for the winds of love to change, as it always will. Guy decides to do better next time and does, because he loves her so much and she loves him back. The guy loses points, gets them back through effort. The thing is this is about being in a relationship where things maybe aren't going as smoothly as you would like them to go, okay, Scorpio. So this is arguing. This is, conflict in a relationship. This can be a cycle, this can be a cycle of, breaking up and getting back together. This can also be, a period of time more recently where you just, you weren't seeing eye to eye with your partner. This arguing could have led to a divorce and you getting out of the relationship. Okay, so the card is very optimistic. In some cases, this is all about having a lover's quarrel, which doesn't lead to a breakup. Okay, because it's optimistic. I have very optimistic cards. But if we're applying it to the real world here, Scorpios have a stinger, okay? And when they get into an argument, they use it, okay? And it is not healthy. And it's not, it usually pushes their partner to the brink, okay, of insanity. No offense, Scorpio, but that's what happens. So it feels to me, for some of you, you just recently got into an argument with somebody, and they're going to come back and they're going to win your heart and they're going to get their points back. The guy's going to try to get some points by doing something nice. Okay. You may have also been I'm feeling like some of you were kind of in a pattern where you would argue and then, you would still stay together. Things would change, or you wait for things to change, and things would get better, and then things got worse again, and then things got better, and then things got worse again, and so you were going around in a circle where it was just like you weren't getting off the merry-go-round. It was just you were staying on, and maybe to your detriment. Maybe you should have gotten off this ride and when you stayed on. Okay. And okay, so what's crowning right now is interesting. It's more issues, more to do with money too. More issues with money. Now, I don't really talk a lot about money in this sex and relationships deck, but there's 2 cards specifically. You got both of them that really talk about money being involved in relationships. Okay, and this one is all about. It says teasing. I have to show you. Okay, so you see that she's kind of doing this crazy pose. He's tickling her or giving her a hand job. It says teasing, tantalizing, foreplay. Okay. You may be a woman who has money, or you may be a man who has money. Either way, I feel like Scorpio guys, strongly, you guys have money. Okay. But also you could be a Scorpio woman and have money. Either way, it's sort of like, it's important for you not to let money come in between you and your partner. Okay, it says don't let money come between you. There is mutual respect in career choices or in general. This respect makes the desire for the other person more intense. Okay, and I wrote, it says to communicate easily about money. Gifts of money are much appreciated by either party, as gratitude will increase over time. Okay, so it's going to make, for some of you, if there's been issues with, maybe you gave somebody some money, or maybe you received some money from somebody, or maybe you had mutual, like a mutual bank account or finances together. I feel like there's a respect there, okay? Regarding this money. And the fact is that because there's a mutual respect, it's not gonna be over time. The relationship is going to intensify. Okay, if you're together with this person, this can mean like a divorce. I feel like it could be a divorce. I'm getting that's mutual, where it's like you go one way and the other person goes there, and you got a divorce, and you split the money 50-50 or as near to 50-50 as you could get it, and everybody goes home happy. For those of you who are not getting a divorce, those of you who are just dating, you may be, there's maybe inequalities for finances in your relationship. You may be a guy who has a lot and with a girl who doesn't have very much. Or you may be a woman who has a lot and maybe with a guy who doesn't make as much. But don't let it come between you. Don't let that be an issue, because the two of you have respect for each other no matter what, okay? And in the things that you're actually doing. So it's like the guy respects that, you chosen a career as, let's just say, a beautician, okay? And he doesn't care that you make $10 an hour. He respects the fact that you're a hairdresser or a beautician, or you do waxing, or you get facials, or he doesn't care. He doesn't care that you make that money. He loves you for you. He respects your choice as a person to do that as a career, and he sees that you love it. So it's not, he would be more like, it would be worse in a relationship if a guy didn't respect you for doing that. Maybe he would be like, well, why are you doing that? Why don't you go back to school for being an accountant or something? I always say that example, going back to school for an accountant, or something like that, where somebody was trying to change you, So I feel like this mutual respect will grow. Now, here's the thing. I'm feeling like for the Scorpio men, I feel like you're about to change partners. You're about to get somebody new into your life, okay? And you're going to have some seriously good times with them in bed, okay? Because you got this really great card here. At the top, I wrote, yes, yes, yes. At the bottom, I wrote, sex is wild. I said, oh yeah, baby. I said, a satisfying, fun, healthy, committed relationship. I said, doing it again and again. Each time is more fun, better and better. It says to love deeply, to fuck hard, and to have sex. Hotter and hotter, don't stop, keep going. Absolute perfection, consummation, and love, okay? So I feel like for some of you, the person that you've been longing to sleep with, you're going to sleep with, okay? For those of you, I feel like who've been in a relationship, I feel like you're about to switch partners. It's about to get good. You might have had, to me, this is kind of like, this is like the definition of beating around the bush, okay, with somebody, okay? It's like literally. I amuse myself sometimes. So, it is. And so, to me, you may have been beating around the bush with somebody. You may have just been like, teasing, and there may be some foreplay, there may have been some talking, there may have been some cooking, there may have been, you may have gone out to eat, you may have kind of had some harsh conversations, you may have it seems like things have been kind of going on, for some time. And, it's sort of like in the future, you're going to be getting on, okay? And I feel like, it feels like you really have been passive, aggressive with someone, and you need to just come out with it. Or you do need to kiss them, or you do need to have sex with them. You need to get there some way, somehow. And Scorpio women tend to be like, no, I could never do that. Because they're very much like, they want the guy to chase. They want the guy to make all the moves. But if he doesn't know you want it, then why should he make a move? So you have to give him some, wave the little white flag, and say, okay, let's get this on here, so he do a little signal, that, wear something a little bit lower cut, whatever it is that you got to do, tell him, wink, just be a little bit sexy, okay? Not that you're not already, but give him a signal, okay? Give him a signal. Okay, in the position of emotions, this is so funny. I already know, this is what I've been talking about, okay? Okay, here, I'll show you. You're getting it on here. This is, this is the need for fantasies to become real. Okay, here we go. That's what I was just saying. It says, and to have more fun in the bedroom. Sex life currently may have gone stale. Okay, a man who wants a woman to dominate, at least on occasion. So this is what he's fantasizing about. Okay, and who is bored with the same old position without much change. This is the need for handcuffs, hand ties. Like the like for role reversals, and this is again all about the fantasy, that living out some fantasies. Okay, so emotionally, guys, you're looking to have some of your fantasies be fulfilled. Okay, and women, the same thing. You're wanting to get to this point, which is similar to this point, you're not beating around the bush anymore, you want your fantasies to come true. That's what you want emotionally. Now, this is where it's kind of tricky, okay, because I don't feel that there was really cheating issues going on. But for some reason, this is like, there's this issue where, to me, this is like getting caught cheating, sleeping with a woman or sleeping with a male, or this says to get caught cheating can be male or female. If male, you've been caught. Okay, your girlfriend or wife finds out. Women make natural detectives. Remember that. This is about the girl breaking up with the guy. Okay, for some reason, maybe, okay, so again, I feel like you're about to change partners. This is a breakup, okay? This is you breaking up with someone. I don't feel like this is the person you're breaking up with, okay? I feel like this is the person that you're soon to be getting it on with, okay? The person you're breaking up with is, it can be like a wife accusing her husband of cheating, or a wife, or, female Scorpios, you may have accused your partner of cheating. And you think that they were cheating, or you caught them cheating in some way, whether it was having an emotional affair, a physical affair. There's some cheating that you've been accused of, Scorpio. So somebody's accusing you of cheating. And they're right, because at some level you were, okay? And it might not have been the kind of affair that you thought you were having, but maybe on some level, you were dreaming about this girl. You were, fantasizing about this girl, you were maybe flirting and beating around the bush with this girl, so there is some flirtation for the guys. You've been flirting, okay, at the very least. You may have actually had a, actual affair, but there may have been some flirtation, so it created some instability or insecurity in your relationship. And okay, so your attitude right now is not really focused on one partner. Okay, this is being kind of, you're wanting to be free. You can see this woman, she's on this swing. That she is the star of the show here. Okay, so let's talk about female Scorpios. Female Scorpios, this is you not necessarily wanting commitment. This is you not necessarily wanting a relationship, okay? This is a relationship, that's what I wrote. It says a relationship that is only about sex or is only meant to be short-lived. The female has no desire to commit in any way, and or may have to choose between two lovers or suitors. If a man, the desire for play and fun and not be in a committed relationship. Okay, so guys and girls. I feel like the girls are the star of the show. Women, female Scorpios, you may have two different lovers at some point, or you may have to choose between two, and you're trying to figure out which one you want. But overall, this card is really not about commitment. This card is about playing the field. They're just having fun. They're not being serious. So Scorpio men, you're not. Strangely enough, you may not be serious right now about somebody, or may not even want to be serious. You may not even want commitment. You may not even want to date. But this is multiple partners. So I feel like Scorpio, you should date. But right now, you're kind of going through this period where you're just kind of what I call rebounding. This is like a rebound card. This is where somebody goes out and they're just like, you know what? I'm not looking for commitment. I just want to have fun. I just want to see where things go, and having fun. That's the thing. Now, so you end up dating, and then I feel like you end up choosing at the end of March. You end up choosing a specific person. Okay, and this is one of my favorite cards, just because I like the artwork, and I can appreciate the artwork. So I feel like, Scorpio, you end up with someone who you may end up, I feel like you're going to end up with this girl. You're going to end up with this girl. You may end up, okay, so you may sleep with her. And then it's sort of like at the end of March, I feel like you end up in a relationship with her. So I feel like the story is, for some of you, you were married. Things didn't go so well. But you parted amicably, split your finances mutually, and you have moved on. And there was maybe some cheating, accusing of cheating or cheating involved. Um, and you're kind of going into a period where you don't really want to have commitment, you just want to have fun, but in the process you may meet someone, or you may go back to this girl that you dated at one point, and you're going to have this exciting, to me, this is a date that ends perfectly. It says both people enjoy a satisfying sexual experience and they continue to have sex for some time. Long-term relationship, marriage, and orgasmic sex. It says being considerate lovers, taking time and not rushing. Okay? To me, this is a date that is awesome. A date that ends really well. So your dating life, I feel like, is going into April, the end of March, you're going to be with somebody, or you're going to choose somebody who you want to be with. Someone that really satisfies you on a sexual level and otherwise. This is, obviously this is a marriage, potential marriage, So if you got out of a marriage recently, you're going to be in a relationship that's going to have the potential to go there, which is good for you, Scorpio, because Scorpios need to have deep relationships. They need to have really intense, long-term relationships. They don't like too much change in relationships unless they're kind of in a cycle where they're just dating around. Okay? But ultimately, this is what's satisfying for Scorpio, to have a very deep, intense relationship. So I feel like that's where it's going. I'm not really getting anything else. So I would say, lovely Scorpio, to hang in there. Don't be overly passive aggressive. Come out with it and be like, look, I like you. Let's fuck. Don't say it that way. I'm just kidding. Just in your own words, or in your own way of coming across and saying, I like you in whatever way you can. That'll send them a little signal, okay? A little, there's that, I think it's a Blake Shelton song. There's a neon light at the end of the tunnel. you gotta have a little neon light. You know what I'm saying? You gotta flash a little neon light, maybe subliminally. Gives them a little light that says, okay, we're gonna have sex eventually, in a couple of months or years. Depending on how much you want to torture the poor guy. Anyways, it's a fun video, and I will be doing more. I'll be doing more videos, so stay tuned. And if you want to do a private reading with me, feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com. You guys are awesome. You guys rock. Giving you big hugs, big kisses. I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you. Take care.